I'd like to invite up now Rey. He's going to give an oil brief on global dynamics, and he serves as a managing member and president at his firm, and is a second-generation family office focused on both technology as well as oil and gas. Thank you, Rey.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you, as always, to Richard and the team for having us. I tell you what, it has just been really, really busy lately. Is that the right button? I always forget. But we'll get up there in a minute. But we've been getting so many great and sophisticated questions over the last 6 weeks with what has been going on with oil and gas, that what we wanted to do was just kind of get up here for a few minutes and just kind of give an update on what's been going on. Because as we all know, the world has been just on a total edge of their seat over the last 6 weeks. So I wanted to kind of just share what's been going on, get some updates, and please, afterwards, ask me any questions. Let me know what you got going on. I'd love to chit-chat with anybody afterwards. Quick disclaimer there, as always, if you want to read that really, really quickly. You got to love those legal individuals. They're real smart. You pay them per word, I think. But to answer those questions that we've been getting on what's going on with the price of oil, how are y'all still being able to, eat, basically is what some people say, we got to actually go back and look at the last 12 months. And what this graph shows here and why we put it on there is something that we've never seen before. That right there, and yes, I know I highlighted it, is actually not January when President Trump took office. That's actually the day after the election. And as you can see, oil has trended down constantly since that day. We know that. We have heard him say over and over again, drill, baby, drill, but we want everybody to produce and we want everybody to make money. Well, how are we actually doing that? And that's where we have to now dive in and talk. Here just this past week, OPEC got together, and what they talked about was the fact that they believe that almost a 20% increase in the next 25 years for the demand for oil and gas, along with other sources. But really what they see primarily is an increase. And what I want to point out with this neat deal is right here, electricity generation. We've now had 2 talks about AI, science, and technology. What is very interesting is that is exactly what OPEC is also predicting, that is going to continue, and that liquid natural gas is going to be the one to fuel that next generation. And really in Hawaii, but in Texas where we are, we actually have enough liquid natural gas right now to produce and provide energy for the next 100 years. And that's in Texas alone. And I do believe that liquid natural gas would be a true transition fuel. But right now, I do believe it's all about energy addition, not transition. Another thing I want to point out is why OPEC continues right now to add barrels to the market. Over the next 12 months, they're adding 2 million barrels of oil to the market. When they started 5 months ago, they're producing 9 million barrels a day. By the time they're done, they want to be at 11 million, so they're doing a gradual. What's actually happening is there's a lot of infighting in OPEC amongst a lot of the nations that are overproducing. So what Saudi Arabia basically wants to do is bring down the price and deter those other countries from doing that. The geopolitical risk right now are ridiculous. We saw the Trump tariffs on Monday get back in the market, and I want to highlight that. We saw oil prices shoot up to almost $70 on Monday, and they closed at $63. Why is that? Because of the war in Ukraine, and this president understands that the price of oil is what is continuing to add more money to Russia to actually continue this nonsense war. I want to also talk about the market for a minute and talk about how much fear is there. If y'all recall, we had our mission on a Saturday. The market didn't budge. How interesting is that? Where we all now know, if y'all hadn't noticed before, this market is all fear-based. The Strait of Hormuz, we continue to watch. Now, as we saw in the very opening there, the prices continue to go down. What we do see here as a family office in the oil and gas, we are set to continue to thrive and only grow over the next several years. And so are companies like Chevron and the big boys. And so the reason why is just due to the conventional drilling that we're doing and the massive economies on their end. So as you can see here, as we continue, we're just going to continue to focus on the wellhead itself from well to well. Again, guys, my name's Rey Treviño, and if y'all got any questions, I know there's a couple of other individuals out there. Please let's connect, and I look forward to talking with you all today. Have a great one.